It's a busy time for Oakland A's manager Bob Melvin as he tries to lead his team into the playoffs.
Yeah, but his daughter is also busy. KTVU Scott Reiss tells us that she's preparing to run in the New York City Marathon under some challenging circumstances.
Alexi Melvin's childhood was never typical. A little girl with a baseball daddy meant lots of travel, hanging around with adults more than kids. But at age 14, life threw her a major league curveball. She was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes.
I would say like the first year and a half was, I don't want to say denial, but it was like, oh, this is fine, you know.
It totally changes your life. I mean, a complete 180.
And then you learn, and then you say, oh, okay, you know, I really have to make some adjustments here and figure this out.
The food around the house changed completely. Now all of a sudden you're having to do all the math to have the right proper insulin to take your shots.
Shots and diet were logistical adjustments. Others were more personal.
My dad has always been the picture of success to me. On some level, I was kind of like, oh great, I could never be that.
She was always pretty athletic, but then when she had to deal with this, what she did athletically had to cut down even more so, especially at a young age when you don't know what to deal with.
I don't think I ever really processed that that's what was going on in my mind until now.
Now, Alexi is making up for lost time and lost steps. In conjunction with a diabetes foundation called Beyond Type 1, she'll be running the New York City Marathon in November.
I was like, wow, I need to do this for myself to really prove to myself that maybe I am an athlete. Maybe there's more things that I can do that I'm really giving myself credit for. I've talked to a lot of people that have done it, and it sounds epic. There's really no other word.
My original thought was, you gotta be kidding me. It's crazy. When you do something athletic and you get your heart rate going, your blood sugar goes down, and it's tough enough to monitor it just on an everyday basis, let alone athletically.
Running this distance, there's so many factors just for a normal person. But for a type 1 diabetic, there's probably 10 more layers of that. You have to think about when to take your insulin, how it's going to impact your blood sugar. There's good days and bad days. There's days where I feel like I have a lot of energy and feel like I can take over the world. And then there's days where I just can't even get off the couch. It really fluctuates, and you have to find your groove in each day.
There's plenty of personal motivation behind Alexi's decision to conquer this marathon, but there's more to it than that. She's sending a very clear message to others battling type 1.
The main thing I want to do is inspire others with type 1 to do whatever they want to do, and then there's really nothing stopping them. I do that through my articles that I write. I'm on leadership council with Beyond Type 1 now, and through this race. If I can do it, anybody could do it.
Well, almost anybody.
I wouldn't be able to finish that race, I know for a fact.
Dad won't be running, but he'll be on the sidelines watching and brimming with pride.
It's going to be goosebumps and all the above and nervousness.
As for Alexi, well, this is about 2 marathons, the one through the streets of Manhattan and the one she's been running since she was 14. In both, it's about the journey, not the destination.
Really just experiencing it is the most important thing to me. If I finish, that's fantastic. If I don't, at least I was there.
Scott Reiss, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Go, Alexi. She's raising money for Beyond Type 1, and you can help her cause. We posted a link to her donation page on our web links.